Here's AOC. She was on TV last night on Late Night where she was talking about how those uncommitted votes actually have a purpose. Watch.
The upside of the uncommitted movement, which is that these are folks that could have easily given way to cynicism and walked away from this process entirely. And what they're doing instead is using the primary to send a message and say, this is important to me, to the president. This is important to me. I'm going to engage in our democratic process. I am going to show up. I am going to vote. I am going to say what's important to me. But I also know, and I do believe that many in the uncommitted campaign believe this, I also know and understand the threat of a Donald Trump presidency.
Yeah, but they want to destroy the country in the process.
Biden.
They hate the country in the process.
Why are they in this country?
Why are they in the country? And why does the president want their votes? Why do you want those people that chant death to America to vote for you? I don't understand. Why is there no answer from the president and the White House press secretary about the people that are in the middle of the street calling for the destruction of the country and Israel? Wipe them out. They've made it very clear. This is not semantics or we have to assume what they think. We now have video of what they've been saying all summer long.
To do the right thing can be costly. And to your point, it could cost him votes if he doesn't support this, if he just stands with Israel.
Right.
But that is what the majority of the country wants him to do. This is not Israel's fault, what happened on October 7th. There was a ceasefire the day before. Then you have Hamas that comes in and steals these hostages, human beings, babies, women, not to mention the ones that they killed, put them in ovens and, cut off limbs and all kinds of things that are so horrific. Then they took these hostages. There are 133 that are still being held captive. It's been 6 months now. What do you expect Israel to do? They have to fight back.
Right.
I would think we would fight back if this happened to us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and we need a president that stands with them. That is, they're our ally.
We are their best ally.
Absolutely.
Well, it used to be. So right now have our CIA guy, CIA Director Burns over there, and they're proposing, he brought up a proposal, 900 prisoners, Palestinian prisoners, for 40 Israeli hostages. At least 100 have life sentences with blood on their hands.
Right.
So let out murderers to get 40 hostages
right.
who were guilty of being in their house when the Hamas came and captured them.
And AOC, you want a ceasefire? Then demand that those hostages are released.
Right.
This will all be
And Hamas surrender.
But ultimately, the Democrats feel that all those people who voted uncommitted or left it blank or whatever, come November, will still come back to Joe Biden because, as she said at the end, he's better than Donald Trump.
We don't even have an accurate number of the hostages right now.
No.
We don't know who's alive, who's dead.
Max 133 alive.
Exactly.
133. The 134th was found. The body was found, and it turns out that person was killed. So it looks like there are 133, but then Bill Hemmer.
And then Yahoo's going to go into Rafah anyway, says, I'm setting a date, I'm doing it.
As he should.
Right, I hope so.
I think I read over the weekend, Hamas says there are 40 or so hostages. We have no idea where they are, and we have no control over them, so you're not going to get them back.
Yeah, because they sold them off to all these other little terror cells for negotiation purposes as well, because all of these other ones were involved in October the 7th, so they needed something. Iran probably has some. The Houthis have some.
They got more than they thought, and the Islamic Jihad grabbed some too, and now they really don't have track of them.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.